The hoops feeling in Madison tonight depends on your shade of red. Wisconsin is desperate to snap out of a rare conference slide. Ohio State is hopeful their weekend win could be the start of a late season run. Buckeyes, Badgers, Big Ten basketball on Peacock presented by TikTok. And welcome courtside, Paul Burmeister alongside Robbie Hummel. Robbie, we've got a pretty clear and obvious headline here tonight. Both of these teams have streaks attached to them that they would like to shed tonight.
Well, it's amazing how much of a difference just 2 weeks can make in college basketball. Wisconsin ranked as high as number 6 in the country. They've since lost 4 straight. The Buckeyes able to get off the schneid against Maryland, but they've lost 5 of 6. The one thing is clear, both these teams need a win here tonight.
As for Wisconsin and that 4-game losing streak, when you watch what they've done, or I guess haven't done in the last couple of weeks, what's gone missing?
Well, they've had some issues defensively, but those issues were covered up by some really good offense. They have not taken care of the basketball. 11 turnovers in the first half at Rutgers, and on top of that, the three-point shooting just 22% over the last 4 games. They've got to find their offense, and you look at the big fella, Stephen Crowl has got to get some field goal attempts here tonight.
Other side, we look at Ohio State, and that win they had over the weekend, their first win in 3 weeks after January was miserable. Now we see if they can build upon that.
Yeah, it's a game where they found a way to win. Didn't necessarily play great basketball, but in this league, you're playing against quality opponents every night. They found a winning formula in double overtime. I think tonight for them, they have got to move the basketball. At times, their offense has gotten stagnant. This Wisconsin defense, if it's set, can be really hard to drive. And you know that if Ohio State is going to have success, it's because you've got Thornton, you've got Gale, and you've got Battle all going at the same time.
Different types of starting lineups presented by TikTok. Ohio State, the youngest team in the Big Ten, 70% of their minutes come from freshmen or sophomores. You look at Wisconsin, familiar veteran group, Chucky Hepburn, the only underclassman of the 5.
Yeah, and I've got my eye here on Max Klesman, a guy that at the end of the game when these two teams met in January, 18 points, but 12 of those came in the last 6 minutes. It was an incredible run for Wisconsin. They closed it out on the road. He's coming off a tough one at Rutgers. 3 points, 1 of 7 from the field. I talked about the Badgers shooting woes. He's a guy that shot it so well. They need Max Klesman shooting here tonight.
And even though this is a veteran group here at home for Wisconsin, they don't have a single player who's ever dealt with a 4-game losing streak within the conference. And Wisconsin comes up with the ball, and